someone needed me to interrupt their timeline and let them know there's going to be some people that's going to start coming back into your life and hitting you up and seeing you glowing and growing and inspiring and becoming who you said you were going to be, and maybe they didn't even know who you were capable of becoming. And they're going to start popping back around. They're going to start being in your inbox. They're going to start being in your requests. They're going to start finding different ways to contact you out the blue, out the woodworks. We all know that is always an indication of what is for you on the other side of continuing to press in with God. And if God allowed people to leave and be removed, and you do the removing and the blocking, and also more than anything, you've seen how they did you before. So why are you going to even have a conversation, whether it be for a dinner, a lunch, a brunch, a breakfast, a snack, a smoothie, a vacation? Do not go back to what you've been set free from. And these people that know your heart, they know you're pure, they know that you love hard, they know that you're a good friend, they know that you're a good partner. I'm telling you, the enemy is not as smart as we think or give credit to him. He's just clever. He's just charming. He's just deceitful. He's just conniving. He's just confusing. And he'll come back around with a smile on his face, and he'll start having you feel like, oh, well, there was once a time when we were close and we could confide and we could be there for each other and we would go out and we would hang out. But then they started doing some shady stuff, y'all. They started moving kind of a little odd, you know what I mean? And you got to let those people go. I just blocked someone just a minute ago. I said, you know what? They popping back up around, and I'm progressing and I'm moving forward. And my thing is this. If I ain't drinking no more, if I'm not clubbing no more, if I'm not going out no more like that, that's all that they going to want to do. They going to come back around, and because you have progressed and because you have grown and because you have evolved, you're going to want people that used to be around you and used to hang around you and be around you, and do certain things. And it was nothing wrong with that then, because you was living your life then. You did the best you could do at that time with what you had and what you thought that you needed to be included and be a part of things. But you realize now I don't have to drink for someone to sit next to me and have a conversation with me. I don't have to go out to a club if I would rather go to a picnic or to a library, go to a trail, or go walking, or just go to a nice restaurant. And we don't necessarily have to sit down and it all be about drinking. So just look back and reflect and take inventory. It's not to judge or condemn, because everybody has their own thorn. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own thing that they maybe had to pull out of their side, and they say, well, okay, maybe I still have a scar from that. So I know if I'm a person that used to be around certain people doing certain things, going certain places, and I'm not trying to do that anymore, you can kind of see or invite people into the space of where you are now to see if they are open to that. But unless they've grown, evolved as well, then you're going to be met with a brick wall, and you're going to be met with people that kind of put off or taken back from talking to you because you're living a different life now. And I literally just thought about this the other day when I was exchanging contact with this person on social media, and they were talking about getting together, and I thought to myself, what's going on? You know what I mean? And I started to kind of let my guard down and just be like, okay, cool, whatever. But then the person was like, well, I'm leaving on this. Well, why would you even ask me what my time frame is? If someone that's really intentional, I just feel like they're going to move a certain way about you. And they're going to say, well, I'm going to be out MIA from these days to this day. But when I get back, let's plan something for this week. You know what I mean? They're going to handle things. They're going to handle you differently. Because you're learning to handle people and love people differently. You see, but then there's going to be some people that just going to feel like they can handle you any kind of way because you used to allow that. So I ain't going to make this video too long. You get me? You get what I'm putting down? Be wary. Stay clear of them. Let them go. If they've been out of your life this long, let them stay. That's just my opinion. People evolve and grow and change, because you did, I did, but that doesn't mean everybody that we want to associate it with are growing and evolving in the direction of which we are going. Okay, much love. Until next time, Big CLZ.